We had tremendous siyata d'shmaya and success. And what we accomplished here and what you'll hear about will have generational implications for our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, in terms of religious liberties in this country.
In this particular case, where we challenged Governor Cuomo's executive order, which effectively banned houses of worship from being open during the pandemic. This was the very first time in the history of Agudath Israel of America where we took a case to the United States Supreme Court. What happened a few weeks ago is something that really, in a certain way, is the pinnacle of the advocacy work that we have done through the legal system on behalf of our community.
The question is certainly it has broad implications, and that's not just a prediction. It's because even in the 6 or so weeks since the Supreme Court has ruled, we've already seen courts decide cases favorably for religious freedom that were not likely, if not perhaps even possible previously.
We can't overstate the importance of the case, and also the importance of Aguda showing up. And you don't have to take my word for it or Avi's word for it. The Ninth Circuit, which is not always the most friendly place for religious liberty claims, called the case it represented a seismic shift.
And numerous colleagues that I work with had told me at the time that they were in awe of our bringing this case to the Supreme Court. But the truth is, everyone was talking about the injustice that was taking place in New York and other places. The federal government was talking about, federal officials were talking about, and yet no one was standing up. Somebody was stepping up to the plate. That they were in awe at the courage it took for Aguda to actually take this stand. There were a lot of risks.
And we will be faced with a new administration. We will be faced with democratic control of the United States Senate, as well as the United States House of Representatives. And my question in general terms is, what impact will this have on the religious freedom issues that we've been talking about?
President-elect Biden has always been supportive of religious liberty in what I would say an old Democrat kind of way. There's a lot of concern about what's on the agenda, and knowing that there are strong Supreme Court decisions out there that support religious liberty will, I think, give those who might be more radical a little pause.
Government often knows what it's doing is on shaky ground. Sending a clear message that says, if you mess with our core practices, we will take you on.
About Agudath Israel, you know that the people that Agudath Israel is representing are devout. They are really following this, and they're really serious about it, and they're really going to sacrifice for it.
So it's going to be a great challenge for us. But armed with this reputation and armed with our devotion and our commitment to the issue, I think it's a challenge that we can and we will and we have to meet head on, and God willing, we'll be successful at it.
But the message is clear that if it comes to that, we're going to do whatever it takes to protect our communities. So with that, the implications are huge. And again, once again, thanks to everybody who joined us. Thanks for your support.